Hey you guys. Okay, so I'm back. And Grayson's napping. So, let's chat. I'm super excited to talk to you guys about this topic today and give you my tips on how I get back on track when I've gotten off track. And I can tell you right now, I feel like I've gotten off track because I had surgery on Friday. And right now I'm not able to work out, so I'm really just focusing on my nutrition. And this is for you guys who you can work out. Maybe you went on a vacation and you came back and you're like, holy crap, I've gained 5-10 pounds, or I'm super bloated. Or maybe you've been off track for a while and you're like, I need to recommit to my health and fitness. I need to create a lifestyle change. And this is for those of you who truly want to create a lifestyle change around this. I'm not going to give you diet tips. I'm not going to give you like tips on how to create like the perfect meal plan. I'm not going to give you like what's healthy to eat, what's not healthy to eat. I'm not going to like help you macro count. I'm not going to help you figure out what to put in your portion control containers. I'm genuinely going to give you my tips on how I get back on track when I've been off track. I'm also not going to sell you anything. Like, this is genuinely my tips and what I do when I get off track. And I'm hoping it will be something that you guys can always come back to. I will put it on my YouTube channel so you guys can always come back to it. And just like, if you feel like you've gotten off track, here are tips that you can use to get back on track that are simple, that are easy to do, that don't take weeks on end to do, okay? So I'm really excited about this because, like I said, I will be doing this when I can work out again. These are the steps I'm going to go through. But right now I'm really just focusing on my eating. And if you guys saw, I'm doing like a 3-day plant-based cleanse right now, which is totally not me. I'd rather sweat and work out and eat everything in moderation. So it's definitely good for me to do. And I truly believe that this is something that for you guys too, like, this is going to be out of your comfort zone a little bit, but it's good for us to do because we all need to get back on track during our life. We all have events and situations and things that happen in our lifestyle and in our life that throw us for a loop. And what I love about this healthy lifestyle is you guys can always come back to it. It's something that is never going to leave you. You guys always have the control to come back and commit to your health and fitness. And this isn't, like I said, this isn't going to be a diet. This is truly something that is a lifestyle. And that's what I love about health and fitness is it's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. So I'm not going to give you like tips on how to diet, on how to lose 5 pounds in 5 days. Like, this is genuinely tips that you can do to create a lifestyle. And what happens in a lifestyle is you have times when you fall off track, and that's okay, you guys. That doesn't mean you need to stop. It means that you just need to get back to these and start them again, okay? So like, these are things I do multiple times, like all the time. Like, I have weekends where I eat too much, drink too much, and feel like crap when I wake up on Monday. And I do these things to get back on track. So they're genuinely things that I do. So I'm super excited to share them with you. And then I have a bonus tip a bonus video this afternoon for you guys that I'm really excited for. So the first thing to do, my first number one tip to get back on track after life happens is you need to decide that you want to get back on track. Your mindset has to be there. This cannot be a dieting mindset. This cannot be I'll see if this works mindset. This is like, you need to decide that you are ready to get back on track, that you're going to commit to yourself. And that doesn't mean going balls to the wall, restricting all foods. It doesn't mean cutting out all foods. It doesn't mean working out 2, 3, 4 hours at the gym. It genuinely means like just committing to you again and committing to your health and fitness journey and having that mindset. And with that comes like making sure that you're spending a couple minutes a day, you guys, like focusing on your mindset, focusing on meditating. I know that's super uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for me too, but just like sitting and like thinking about how you want to feel in your body will help you stay committed to this journey, okay? So Your mindset has to be there. Sometimes it's reading personal development. Sometimes it's listening to different personal development. Some stuff that I like to listen to that has to do with health and fitness is Chalene Johnson has a really good podcast, and she talks about different health and fitness related topics. And Brooke Castillo has a life coach podcast, and she talks about different topics too. And it's, you guys, it's your mindset. If you're not fueling your mind, you will constantly quit and start and quit and start and quit and start and quit and start. And yes, that's part of the journey, right? But I want you to stop looking at it as quitting and starting, you know, like this is a journey. There's not a start and an end date with this. Your end date is when you die. Your start date was when you were born. So you're in the midst of it. So there's never a start and end. So you need to not look at it like that. And that all comes from your mindset. So like if you have a bad day where you eat like crap, you can't think like, oh, I need to start all over again. No, you can't start all over. You're in the middle of it. You need to just keep going. And that's all comes from your mindset, okay? So that's like, you need to get that set and ready to go before you can really get back on track, okay? The second thing is clean out all junk food. All triggers that are going to trigger you to just roll right back into eating really crappy again. For me, we cannot have sweets in the house. Like, I don't make baked goods for a reason, because I will eat them all. I'm not even joking. I will eat them all. I don't buy Oreos are a weakness too, or like sweets or candies or any of that kind of stuff, because you guys, they're triggers for me. I don't have good willpower when it comes to sweets. So I just choose not to have them in the house. And if that's the case with you, choose to not have them in the house. It's just something that we don't do because I know I won't be able to not eat them. Obviously on occasion we do, and in those occasions I eat them because I don't have the willpower to not. So clean out all the junk food. Go through your pantries. What is old and needs to be thrown anyways? Clean out your pantries, clean out the old junk in your house that you know are going to trigger things. And this is a good thing too, to like, just think about the food, like when you're going through the pantry, like looking at the food that's still full that nobody's really eating. Stop buying that crap, you guys. Like if your kids aren't eating it, why are you buying it, right? And if that goes the same thing too. Like if you don't want to eat it because you know it's not super healthy for you, why are you buying it for your kids to eat? Right? Like you want them to be healthy. So why are you buying it for them to eat if you're not even going to eat it? Like that's something to think about when it comes to feeding your kids healthy food, right? So number 2 is cleaning out all the old junk food. Oh, I had an alarm go off. Number 3 is create a plan. So this is the biggest part of it. And this is kind of a tip, and then there's tips within this tip. So like create a plan. What are you going to do for your workout? For me, it really helps that I have a library or workouts to do at home, because I can pick a program and commit to it, and I never have to second guess every single day what I'm going to do or decide every single day what I'm going to do. If you go to the gym, that's awesome, but what are you going to do at the gym? Like you can't just walk into the gym and do an elliptical every single day. Like your body will not get results that way. So what are you going to do when you go to the gym? My tip on that is, before I got into Beachbody coaching, I went to bodybuilding.com and I got a lot of free workouts from there. So pick a workout program from there and follow that. If you have no idea, you can't get to the gym, you don't know what to do at home, reach out to me. We'll find something for you to do. But you need to know what you're going to do for your workouts every single day, or 5 days a week, or maybe you only work out 4 days a week. Whatever the case is, you need to know what you're going to do for your workouts every single day. Because if you don't, when it comes time to work out, you won't, because you spend too much time trying to figure out what you're going to do. So you need to know that ahead of time. What plan are you going to follow? What program are you going to follow for your workouts? And when are you going to do them? And this is key. A lot of us, most of us, all of us are busy, right? When are you going to fit in a 30-minute workout? For me, not right now because I can't work out, but before I had my surgery, I was getting up at 5:45 and working out at 6, and I was done by 6:30 before the boys woke up. That was not necessarily my ideal time to work out, but it has been the best time for me to get my workout in, and it's done before the whole day starts. So when in your day are you going to get your workout in? Is it going to be bright and early before work? Is it going to be on your lunch? Maybe you have an hour and a half lunch that you can get in a half an hour workout. Is it going to be after work before you pick the kids up from school? Or is it going to be after you put the kids down for bed? Like, when are you going to commit to getting in your workout for yourself? You guys, we work out for pleasure, not for punishment. So that's a whole nother thing with your mindset. Like, if you're looking at working out as a punishment, you're not going to enjoy it. But look at it as pleasure. You know, like, you're doing this for you. You're doing this for your family. You're doing this to be healthier, to have more energy. Like, that's what workouts are for, right? So when are you going to work out? What are you going to do? The second thing under creating a plan is, what is going to be your meal plan for the week? And I'm actually going to do a special video this afternoon on how to create a healthy meal plan and what to prep, but create a meal plan. And it doesn't have to be complicated. And my biggest tip with that is, like, create a list of all the meals you and your family love. Like, what meals do you guys love? Do you love taco salad, spaghetti and meatballs? Maybe you love, what other things that we love? We eat a lot of, like, grilled chicken or hamburgers or fruit. Like, what are foods that you and your family love? Create that list, and that's how you can make your meal plan out of it. With that too is, like, for me, we eat a lot of the same things throughout the week. I do not make, like, a new meal for every day. So, like, I'll create 1 or 2 things for breakfast that we eat, 1 or 2 things for lunch that we eat, and then I probably have like 3 to 4 different options for supper times. And then the rest are just like fill in the blanks, leftovers, or sometimes we go to one of our parents' house for dinners. So there's room for flexibility in there, but I don't come up with like 25 new meals for the whole week. Okay, so that makes meal planning super, super simple. So create a list of food your family loves and enjoys, and make your meal plan of those foods, okay? And then the third thing under creating a plan is creating a grocery list. And with this, you need to look at after you create your meal plan, what foods do you already have, and then creating a list of what you need. And for me, I know people tell me all the time, healthy eating is expensive, and you guys, it can be if you go into the grocery store without a list. We create a list before we go into the grocery store, and we get exactly what's on the list. I don't normally stray from my grocery list when I go grocery shopping, and that's how I keep it from not spending $200, $300 every single week at the grocery store, because I follow my list. But you have to create a meal plan before you can create a grocery list, okay? So that's 3 tips under number 3. So number 1 was decide you want to get back on track, get your mindset ready to go. Number 2, clean out all the junk food. Number 3, create a plan. Number 4 is meal prep. And this is going to be different for everybody. I will talk about this a little bit this afternoon too, but meal prepping is going to be different for everybody. If you're gone for all of your meals during the day, you're going to want to meal prep all of your meals. If you're only gone for breakfast, let's say you work morning shift and you're gone for breakfast, meal prep what you need for breakfast. If you're gone for lunch, meal prep your meals for lunch. If you're gone for suppers, meal prep your meals for suppers. Like, only you can decide what needs to be meal prep, because let's be honest, eating out of Tupperware for every single meal is not enjoyable. So if you don't have to meal prep every single meal, don't. But make it easier for yourself and decide what's going to be easiest for you and your lifestyle for meal prepping. I know a lot of people like to do crock pot meals, so like they'll throw stuff in the crock pot in the morning for lunch. Like, they'll throw it, my mom used to do this, throw her meal like in the crock pot at lunch, and then when she came home for supper, it was ready to go. That's awesome for you guys who are busy moms and not home all day. So just, what are different things that you know personally work for you, and meal prep those things. For us, I love to grill chicken for the whole week, so I have grilled chicken for salads for the whole week. That's something we meal prep. Another thing I'll meal prep is, like, I'll cut up all the lettuce, I'll cut up all my kale for my eggs and kale. Just that kind of prepping stuff, like making sure all my vegetables are cut up for the week, making sure my fruit's washed and cut up, like that kind of little prep stuff doesn't seem like a big thing, but it's super nice. It makes it super convenient during the week when you're like, oh, I need to grab some snacks. They're ready to go, all clean and ready to go. So 4 is meal prep. 5, get an accountability partner. And this can be somebody at work. This can be your family members. I really, truly believe that doing this as a family is huge, because I've talked to so many women who they don't stick to healthy eating because their family isn't on board and their family doesn't eat healthy. But you guys, if you're creating a meal plan of foods that your family loves, your family will eat that. And also, if you are the mom and you are the grocery shopper, you're buying the groceries. So don't buy the crappy food that your kids are going to want to eat. Like, if you have picky eaters, that's different. I get that. But you're the one bringing in the food. So if you're only bringing in junk food, that's all they know what to eat. Like, you don't know that they maybe love different fruits or different veggies, but if you never bring those in for them to try, you're never going to know. So I highly suggest having your family be your accountability partner. And all of you guys get on board to eating healthy. And that doesn't mean every meal has to be healthy. That doesn't mean you can't have treats whenever. That doesn't mean you can't have pizza. You know, like, this isn't now that you're on a healthy lifestyle, you can't have crappy food. You can, but it's just not every single meal all the time, right? Like, everything in moderation, people, okay? So get an accountability partner. Number 6 is get something to track your water. Water is huge, and I think it's something that people do not drink enough of. For me, I have like just a shaker bottle, and I make sure I have like 4 or 5 of these a day. Another thing I used to do was literally carry a gallon of water around with me. When I'm gone out of the house, I have a gallon of water with me, and I try to drink at least a gallon a day. But for you to figure out how much water you need to drink a day, it should be half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, which none of you probably do because that's really small, but you should be drinking 50 ounces of water a day, okay? So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should be drinking 100 ounces of water a day. So figure out how much you weigh and how much water you should be drinking. I like to say aim for a gallon, because if you're drinking up to a gallon, you should be good to go. So find something to help you track with water. If you don't like the water, if you don't like the taste of water, my biggest suggestion is adding fruit to it to kind of give it that taste, that fruit taste. Another thing, I used to like to drink the LaCroix, that's just like sparkling water. That could be something. I will say though, if you have too many of those, the carbonation will make you feel bloated, so watch out with those. But I love water. I literally drink it plain all day, so you get used to it after time. So making sure you're drinking water to keep you hydrated, okay? And then the biggest tip, number 7, you just gotta start, okay? Like, your life is not going to be perfect when you start this, whether, you know, shit is crazy, your life is crazy, things are happening, but you feel really crappy, you don't feel like yourself, you don't like what your clothes are feeling like, you don't feel confident when you look at yourself in the mirror. You guys just have to start with something. If you can't go through all these steps, pick one and start with one of them, okay? Like, maybe it's literally just picking a workout and starting a workout program. And that's where you start. Maybe it's just creating a meal plan so you can start eating healthy foods. Like, you just have to start. And that's the biggest thing. So many people wait till life is perfect to start a workout plan or start a new business or to start eating healthy or whatever the case is. But you guys, you just have to start, because life isn't perfect. You're always going to have things that are busy. You're always going to be busy. You're always going to have life events happen. And here's the thing. When you start something like this, you're going to have things in your life that happen, because that's how it goes. I can tell you so many times when I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this program. And then, you know, like, all this stuff happens and it like throws me for a loop, but I still commit to it because that's what I decided to. That's life. It throws you things when you decide to do something to see if you're really committed to it. And that's life. And it happens to us all. So number 7 is just start. Okay, so those are my 7 tips on how I get back on track after I've been off track. I'll go over them really quick again. Number 1, decide you want to get back on track, get your mindset right. Number 2, clean out all the old junk food and any food that is a trigger for you. Number 3, create a plan. And then under number 3, it was what and when are you going to work out? And what are you going to do for your workouts? Number 2 is your meal plan. Create a list of healthy foods your family loves. And number 3 is create a grocery list before you go to the grocery store. Number 4 is meal prep. Okay. Number 5 is get an accountability partner, preferably your family. Number 6 is get something to track your water. And then number 7 is just start. And then this afternoon, I will be talking about how to create a meal plan, and I'm going to go through it with you guys. I'm going to pretend today's like Sunday and create a meal plan for this week and show you guys how simple it can be to get back on track when you have been off track. It doesn't have to take a lot of time, you guys. And I think the biggest thing is people, they think it has to be a diet and that they have to cut so many things out of their life. And honestly, you guys, like if you just start adding in more fruits and veggies and more water, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel better. Okay. So, don't focus on the foods you can't have, but more on the foods that your family loves. And like I said, this isn't a diet. So if you guys love to have like pizza Fridays and you know that like every Friday you have pizza, plan that into your meal plan. Like just know that the rest of the meals for the week are probably going to be more healthy. And then on Fridays, you guys have pizza and ice cream and whatever you guys do for your family routine. But don't focus on all the food you can't have and all the things you can't do, because that makes it miserable. And really focus on what you guys love. What do you love to eat as a family? Because a lot of meals you can make healthier, like spaghetti and meatballs, for example. Get good hamburger. With the noodles, get whole wheat noodles. You can find gluten-free noodles. Nowadays they have like zucchini noodles, and they have all these different healthy alternatives to make things healthier. But you have to know what your family likes. Like, don't make foods that your family isn't going to enjoy because it's super, super, super healthy, right? So think about that. Sit down with your family and ask them what kind of foods do they love? What kind of foods would they love to eat every single week? Like, share that with them. Do it together as a family thing. And it's going to be a lot more enjoyable for everybody, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, this afternoon sometime, we'll see how it plays with Grayson. Or even tonight, maybe I'll jump in here. I'm not going to say when because it's going to depend on when and how Grayson's doing. But sometime today or tonight, I'm going to jump in and help create a meal plan with you guys and show you how to do that. So you're kind of getting a bonus tip, bonus video. So that will be tonight. And like I did today, I'll jump in and say like, hey, I'm going to be jumping in like 15, 20 minutes. So you guys will kind of know when to prep for that. But if you have any other questions on how to get back on track, or like I said before, you don't know what to do for a workout, reach out to me. We'll figure something out. Whether you go to the gym, whether you work out at home, whether you don't have anything and you just don't know what to do, reach out and we'll get you started on that. And then tonight, I'm going to say it's going to be more tonight, we will create a meal plan for you guys to get started. But remember, just start. All these 7 things don't have to be in order. Like, pick one, do one, just start, you guys. And that's the biggest tip I can tell you guys, is to just start. If you don't like where you're at, you need to change what you're doing. And to do that, you have to start. Okay? So I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. I hope this was helpful for you guys. And I will talk to you guys later, okay? Bye.